Hello, it's Xrillion. Today I'm bringing you 8-rack, kind of ish. This is a historic deck. It's probably closer to a Grixis control deck than actual 8-rack, considering I'm only playing like 3 of them. But it's a fun deck. I like it. I hope you'll like it. And it is extremely focused on making your opponent's discard. So to start it off, we have, good 1 mana discard spells. Inquisition hits things CMC 3 or less. Thoughtseize hits anything at the price of 2 life. Well, any non-land. Then in 2 drops, we got some Heartless Axe for, removal. 1 copy of Tiny Bones, just for some card advantage. The 6 mana ability can come in handy sometimes, but not always. Waste Not is really fun. Whenever opponent discards a card, you get a different effect based on what the card was. So if it's a creature, you get a zombie. If it's a land, you get 2 mana. And if it's a non-creature, non-land, then you draw a card. So this is card advantage, ramp, and it can make a bunch of chump blockers or eventually be a win con in the late game. Next up, we got Croxa. It's like Uro, but not as good. But it is still a recurable threat, and it can do a lot of damage. Next up, Davriel. Davriel, for the most part, is going to be like a slow mind rot. 3 mana, and you just want to use him twice to make your opponent discard twice. That way you can keep his passive ability around, um, where he does extra damage, similar to the rack or other effects like that, including Shrieking Affliction too. Next up, for board wipes, there are a lot of really scary aggro decks in Historic, things like elves and goblins, and Bantu's Last Reckoning is kind of questionable because after you use it, your lands don't untap during your next turn. But I think it's worth it for a hard wipe at 3 mana, because sometimes 4 mana is too late. You just die if you're on the draw. Next up, Pride of the Carnarium. Again, 3 mana. The -2/-2 is usually enough, but not always. The exiling is pretty good against any potential graveyard shenanigans. Alright, then we got Prismari Command. This card's pretty spicy. So, mainly the ability, target player draws 2 cards, then discards 2 cards. So of course you can use this on yourself for card selection. It's like Faithless Looting. But you can also use it on your opponents, and that's a way to trigger Waste Not, make them discard cards even if they're Hellbent, and same with Tergrid. Um, this Tergrid, the front half of this card, whenever opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. This is insane, especially if they have something ridiculous like a Planeswalker, or something like the Reanimator deck that uses all the Praetors. This can be really fun. I will say I tend to play the Lantern more often though, just because it's really good in most matchups because they don't have a way of answering an artifact, so it just eventually outvalues them, and it's a good mana sink. Another card I kind of skipped over for a tiny bit, Kolaghan's Command, just kind of an all-star. Instant speed discard. You can hold priority on your opponent's draw step and make them discard the card immediately. So even if it's like a land or anything, it's just boom, gone. Only good draw would be like an instant, maybe like a counter spell to prevent you from doing something else. Also, recurring a Croxa for a little bit for cheaper, brings back Tergrid or even the Tiny Bones. 2 damage, hits a lot of things, destroying artifacts, just like the command is pretty useful. And yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. In terms of the lands, they're mostly black, just because there's very few red and blue cards. Um, I have a couple Castle Locthwains. It's just good card draw, you know. And that's all. Hope you enjoy the video. Alright, game 1 against Martella 7899. Good luck, have fun. You'll be discarding a lot of cards. I'll keep this hand, turn 1 Inquisition, and then I can follow that up with a Waste Not, and maybe if they play a good enough creature, I can kill it with Heartless Act. With Double Reckoning, I think I just want to draw another land and hope they're a creature deck. Alright, mono white. Okay, good. And I got another land. Alright, I think I'm in a very good position here. Alright, things that I don't want them to get. Probably this Cleric class. I have no way of dealing with enchantments, and it's one of the least impactful cards. Coco's kind of scary, but if I just wait it out long enough, I can kill all their creatures with this. That's the plan. Oh. Alright. Guess they didn't get a second land. Alright, well, that wraps up game 1. Alright, game 2 against Sunster. Good luck, have fun. Hopefully this goes as well as the last one. Would make for excellent, content. But yeah, we take the wins. I'll keep this hand. It's there's no discard, which is awkward. But I have all my colors. I have a Tiny Bones. I like him. And worst case scenario, I got a Heartless Act, so I can kill something. Alright. That's unfortunate. Alright, that's actually really unfortunate. Not sure what I'm going to do about that. Probably just wait it out. Heartless Act does actually have a second, believe it or not, it's choose one. You can either destroy a creature with no counters or remove 3 counters from a creature. Second one is not really as good as the first choice, but it looks like that's what I'm going to be using here, so I don't just like die to this Dreadhorde Butcher. Alright, what you got? Their own Heartless Act. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm gonna Blood Crypt tapped and just pass turn. Nothing suspicious going on here. Alright, I think to get maximum value, I wait until after it hits me. Yeah, I probably should have checked the math or something, but whatever. Boop, boop, boop. At 3, back to being a 1-1. I'm gonna actually just play out the Lantern. Because I don't want to just waste my turn doing nothing. Alright, takes a 3 as expected. Yeah, they can also just sack the Butcher later on, and I think I'm okay with that. Unless it kills me, then I would not be okay with that. Would be a good play on their part. Alright, so I only have 4 mana, so I can use it twice. They'll probably just take 6. Alright, I'm gonna hold up my mana, pretend I have a removal spell. No need for full control. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Alright, yeah, I think this is pretty much looking like game. Game 1, our opponent got mana screwed. Game 2, we're extremely flooded. Oh well. Can't win them all. Yeah, I'm basically dead because go down to 4, then the Butcher has 4 power, so if it dies, I lose the game. If a Bolus flips, he can, alright, let's see what's the worst thing he can get. I have a Croxa that does 3 to me. That doesn't really matter, doesn't speed up the clock. I mean, there's no way I win. This is definitely the end. Kill me, come on.
I always have an answer.
Alright, good game. I should have shot myself with the command. Oh well. I'll let him kill me however he wants.
The dead shall serve.
Alright. Still died to my own card. Alright, up against Alberto. Alright, this hand's looking good. I got Thoughtseize into Waste Not. And then I can do the Lantern followed by Turgid, which is pretty nice. I'm gonna lead with this Blood Crypt, going down pretty low. My opponent might think I'm Death Shadow. Well, it's kind of weird that I'd be playing Death Shadow without Aluris. This is not ideal. I have no ways of dealing with enchantments. It's any target. This drains me. He doesn't have any red mana yet. So I might just take this Sanctum of Stonefangs. Alright, Castle Lochthwain, Waste Not, pass the turn. I think what I really need are more Thought Seizes here. Inquisition would also do the trick. It's neither of them, so I'll just go with tap land and pass turn. Next up, I'll go with a Lantern, although might get blown up by their Mythos. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we could also try to Prismari command now. They'll draw 2, discard 2. If they get 2 lands, if they discard 2 lands, I'll also be able to play the Lantern, which would be cool. But at the same time, I don't think that's enough value for it to be worth doing right now. I think I want to wait till I have the Turgid out. Alright, Mythos on the Waste Not interesting. Okay. I'm going to play a Turgid here, tap the Lantern, make them lose 3 life, probably. Yep. Pay me for 1. Hopefully they don't have another removal spell. That would be unfortunate. Okay, this is good, this is good. Alright, sweet. So, I'll start off by attacking for 4. Then, I think next up, I'll use the Lantern. Give them less control. Interesting. Okay. So, I'm going to probably just deal 2 to them, because they're already really low. Let's see what they do. Come on, give me that Sanctum of all. Alright. And hopefully they have like another shrine or something that I can Inquisition. Oh, they're taking a while. They're really thinking about this. Alright, 2 lands. It's not ideal, but yeah, I'll pay 1. Okay. Inquisition. Let's see what you got. Alright. So, Sanctum of Tranquil Light is... Do they even have enough mana? It would cost 3 less. So, and I know they have 2 white sources. Wall of Blossoms draws me a card though. But I do have a removal spell for it. And I will gladly take that action. I already have a white source. It's pretty dope. Alright, so they're definitely going to play the wall here, just so they don't. So they have something. Or no, blocking doesn't even matter. I have a Turgid with Menace. This is just all around a very good situation for me. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 mana. Alright. So the Turgid can get in just fine. That's basically just guaranteed 4 damage. The Lantern I can use multiple times. Probably not going to get the 3 damage though. But I also have this command, and that's actually lethal by itself. So just do that. May have been smarter to not go for the value play and just do the 2 damage in case they draw, I don't know, I don't even know what 1 mana black card would kill a Turgid here. Sure, I'll take it. And I'm done torturing them. Thanks for the game, Alberto. Good game. Alright, this is game 4. I forgot to hit record during the match finding. But this is fine. We're fighting Doodle blocker with a pretty good hand. So I'll keep it. Alright. Lead with Swamp Thoughtseize. Interesting. Grixis Dragons. Okay. Well, I probably don't want you to play the command. I mean, all of their cards are pretty good. Fatal Push kills the Tiny Bones at a good rate. So I might take that. Or we'll force them to pay the 2 life, I guess, for the Heartless Act, maybe? No, I'll just take the command. Both the dragons die to the board wipe. In fact, I don't even think I'm going to play Tiny Bones here. Because it just dies. Oh. Oh, that is unfortunate for you. Alright. I mean, I guess I play it. It's just gonna die, but that's fine. Alright, so let's see. I know that they're playing Prismari Command, which can blow up artifacts. So it's probably smarter to scout their hand with a Thoughtseize. So yeah, that's what I'll do. It's definitely the safer play. I can also Kolaghan's Command. Oh, they're a treasure deck. Alright, that's spicy. Alright, so what do I want them to have the least? Maybe, probably this guy. It makes a treasure when he plays it. Pirate's Pillage, he has to discard a card, which is, depending on my current board state, may or may not be good for him. I don't really want to play a Tergrid. I'd rather have the Lantern here. Oh, that's a yikes. Alright. I should have played the Lantern. Okay. Let's resolve that. I mean, there's no world he does not take the Tergrid. And I can just get it back. Or wait, maybe there's a world. Yeah, because that would be dumb, because I just get it back with Kolaghan's Command. Oh, and he sees that, and he does not want to play. Well, good game for the Doodle blocker. Alright, game 5. This is going to be the final one for this deck tonight. Facing Trasar. They've got the new PFP. I don't know who that character is, but they have a cute frog. This hand is fine, I guess. No turn 1 hand hate, which, oh no. Whenever I see a mulligan, I get scared that it's Tybalt's Trickery. I'm just gonna like die on turn 2 or 3. And I don't have a Thoughtseize. Oh, it's elves. That might be worse, honestly. Okay, there's no point of killing that this turn, so I'm just gonna waste not. And then I can kill something with the Prismari command next turn, as well as making them draw a discard. So hopefully get a lot of value off of that. In fact, I could even... This might be a little greedy, but I'm gonna do it. They seem to be having a very slow start for an elf deck. Alright, Marwyn dies to the command. Dies to both commands. Don't really? I guess, yeah, I want them to be discarding more cards at the moment. So, 2 damage, draw, discard. Damage, draw, discard. Go. See what they do. If they end up discarding a land, I can play Davriel, downtick, and he should live unless they play a Lord. Or I could just Heartless Act. I don't think that's ideal though. Oh, and I make zombies, so definitely playing Davriel. And oh, I'm in such a good position right now.
I don't think you'll be needing that.
Oh. Oh, this is so much fun. I can even just Heartless Act their thing, but it's like not even worth it. I don't plan on countering any spells. Alright. There's okay, Coco. Let's make them discard. See what they do.
Let's tidy up in there.
Then I think I'm gonna Kolaghan's Command. It'd actually be nice if they discard a land. That way I can hold up another command for what they draw on their turn. The only thing bad would be a collected company, because then they can play it in response and I don't even get to make them discard. Oh, they're salty. I wouldn't blame them. Alright, get 2 more zombies. Such a large army. Okay. Let's, yeah, I'll still call against command now. Discard, deal 2 damage. So that's 4 mana to activate. And he has 5. I mean 6 mana to activate. He has 5 mana. So land would do it. But I think I just killed the War Master. I don't want him to be... Oh, good. Glad that is out of his hands. That would really screw over my Bantu's Last Reckoning. Alright. And... I'll attack. There's not much you can do about it. I think I've pretty much got this in the bag. Pretty much, I'm only saying that because I have the board wipe in hand. He doesn't have enough mana to play a Crater Hoof. And I also have a removal spell in case he does. Eventually. Alright, my turn. I'll, Croxy you. What you got? Oh, Crater Hoof. Speak the devil. Make 2 more zombies. Play a Blood Crypt tapped. Stop on his turn. Attack. Go.
Ooh, sorry.
Alright, just gonna discard, deal 2 damage. I'll just kill the shepherd here. Don't want him to have any buffs. I get 2 more mana. I don't really have any use for it though. Actually, may as well just kill the Llanowars. I think I have lethal next turn. In fact, I'm sure I have lethal. And good game. Thank you, Trasar. Alright, that went really well. This has been 8-rack, or Grixis control or whatever. I'm Xrillion. I hope you enjoyed the video. Deck turned out really well. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, all those silly YouTube things. I hope you enjoyed, and stay hydrated.